invasion angle.
I'm gonna sock you in the box. And that's how. Remember that?
That's how you started it.
Yeah,
Remember when that happened?
yeah.
I start
Tony
that.
Storm, line of
I
the
start
week.
by cracking open my Prime. This is Prime Original.
Is that good? I never seen that one.
Yeah, I've knew it existed, but I've never seen it in person to buy. And from what I've read, it's supposed to be like I don't like a white cherry or something, or
Okay.
a white citrus.
Shit. I'll have to
Wow.
find it.
If we're talking products, I just got a new product
Let's see it.
that Chris got last week.
Oh, the Von Erichs. Who'd you
It's
get?
the
What
Von
poster did you
Erich
get?
zine from A24. I got two of them. I got one for John too.
What
Oh,
what
hell yeah.
what poster though did you get with it?
Yes.
So Chris, which poster did you get?
I got David.
So one of them
It's
is
David.
David. And then do you want to see what the other one is?
It's definitely David.
You're gonna love this. It's David.
Okay, I have
They're all David.
I have a
They're
conspiracy
all
about
David.
this. I ordered one, you ordered two, my friend ordered one, and my other friend ordered one. We all got David.
No fucking
Oh,
way.
man.
I think they started putting the Zac Efrons in first, then the Jeremy Allen Whites, and now they're like, all right, let's roll out the Davids for the fuckers who like took too long to order. You know what I mean?
They probably gave it to the people that are in the A24
Yeah.
shop club.
This is bullshit. I
Yeah.
love
Are they-
David,
yeah.
but I want a Zachy on my wall.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck
Yeah.
it. We got David,
That's fine.
Maybe they
We-
only made Davids. They're
We've
only
o-
made Davids.
We're well rehearsed in David, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a bunch of
lot,
Davids.
We have a lot of Davids
Yeah.
in our
The David
past.
memorabilia is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Anyway.
That's crazy though, bro. Just to backtrack on the Von Erich sign. Once again, even though like
Zine.
the zine or the fuck you pronounce it,
You're
there's
good.
no restrictions on what you really can put in it. They still don't mention Chris Von Erich in it.
Yeah. Like why
on.
not?
There's like a photo of him in like a group photo, but like at the end, Jason, there's like a timeline of everything. And
You
like they
guys
don't it's like
are
this is
listening,
when
you should
David
watch the
died, this is
video.
when Carrie died, and then like they just skip over Chris dying again.
That's really
Dude.
fucked up.
And I was like, come
They-
on, like it's in like you can put it in this. Like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? But
They only paid for the life stories of like a handful of them.
Yeah, because that should
I
be a
don't
little
know.
more in depth. It should
Yeah, I
talk about
don't-
him. It should talk about Lance too, the fake Von Erich.
yeah, I don't know if they talk
Just
about
because
him.
that's just because it's interesting. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like right there, that page.
Yeah, this
That's
is the
look. They don't even
timeline.
mention. They don't mention Chris at all, but they have like a picture or two of him in like group photos.
They got My Dad Can Whip Your Dad in it though.
Dude, that's how I found out about that song. That's a crazy song. I didn't know he had a like. I knew they had Heaven Into the Champion, but I didn't know Chris had his own song.
Well, that's the theme song. My Dad Can Whip Your Dad. It's the theme song of the regular Fathers Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, that works out perfectly.
The RFWF.
My dad can
Yeah.
whip your dad.
Yeah, we have the kids do the promos for their dads against each
Oh, that's a
other.
good idea. They're like 8 years old.
Yeah, just talking tons of shit.
Get him off the iPad. Let him
Yep.
rip a promo.
Yep, face to face, baby.
Your dad is a skibbity. Yeah, anyway.
That's a good
let's
joke, man.
Let's get into some wrestling news. TNA hard to
Yeah.
kill.
They're hard to kill.
A lot of free agent debuts.
Yeah,
And most important of all debut was a re-debut was D'Angelo Williams. Is that just the running back?
dude, which is awesome
He was
because
just like in the
after
promo.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, no, yeah, because after he made his like one appearance in that one match, well, he made a couple appearances, but like one full match a couple of
Mhm.
years ago, like everyone kind of wanted to fuck with him, even WWE, just because he's a pretty natural talent off the rip. And then he's like, nope, I just wanted to try it once and I'm good. So
Yeah, I wonder why he was like I didn't like look too far into it. Like I don't know why he was actually there. But I hope he wrestles again.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Sure. Yeah, because he was good considering like the lack of like time he put into like
Mhm.
training up to it and stuff. Like
Do him
he's
versus Top Dollar, the football player
yeah,
versus a football player.
yeah.
It's cool when there's crossover from like other sports. What is the guy that Tony Khan was screaming the name of? Giannis.
Giannis at the Capunco. What the fuck he says?
Giannis. That was amazing.
Yeah, he didn't take his medicine that day.
He should do all those like all the sports announcing. He should have done it for the Jaguars. He announces all the players. Tony Khan.
He's a
Dude,
better announcer than Justin Roberts.
Take that back.
yeah, I
John.
I agree.
Or what?
No, I'm just tired of Justin Roberts making me fucking like patronizing me and trying to me play rock paper scissors shoot during like the breaks on TV
He always beats you too.
at the live
It's kind of
shows.
embarrassing.
I know, because like you don't want to play, so you don't like play it like like
You
some
don't
people
hold your
do.
you
Yeah,
don't
but you
hold
are
your
in your
hand up.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah, you just like keep your hands by your side. You're kind of you're
yeah,
making the symbols, but you're not letting anyone know you're playing because you're a little embarrassed.
You have your hand in your
yeah,
pocket.
and
I'm
he's
like,
beating you
guess
every
what?
fucking time.
You should be embarrassed anyway because you're a grown man at a wrestling show.
Yeah,
I'm just
and yeah, and then he
I'm just
beats
kidding. I'm just
you
kidding.
with your hand in your pocket, and then he's just staring at you. He just has
He's dead eyes right at you.
Yeah.
his scary Justin smile. Yeah,
He's a hero.
nothing.
We love Justin Roberts, friend of the
I have an autographed Justin Roberts card. So
There you go.
Wow.
from the AEW Metal series they did with Upper
I've
Deck.
yet to pull an autograph from any of the AW boxes, and I want to blow my brains out. I've
Yeah.
pulled like 3 Matt relics, all from Sean Spears. So the chairman.
I have a Joey Janela Matt relic
There you go.
that I got for like $9 on eBay.
That's worth it.
It was.
You might have
Yeah.
underpaid.
Definitely, that's a deal. Honestly,
All right,
yeah,
it's go ahead.
yeah. I got the did you like the 2023 Upper Decks for
I got that too.
AEW?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. I got like I didn't get any autos or anything or relics, but
Mhm. But I feel like the last like few years when it comes to like any sports cards, like you used to be able like to almost guarantee like pull an autograph from a retail blaster box. And now I feel like
yeah,
I never do. I never get anything.
yeah. It was
I'm like
always
lucky to
yeah.
get a numbered card, and that's it.
Yeah, it was always bare minimum. You get an auto or a relic, or at the very
Hmm.
least a numbered card.
Hmm.
Sometimes I don't. You don't even get that.
Yeah, it's
You don't get
whatever though. I
shit.
mean,
I almost
It
picked
makes them
up
more rare though. It gives them more value.
yeah.
I almost picked
They,
up some wrestling cards yesterday, but I had a moment of intimidation because I went to this like comic book store and
Mhm.
was just looking around and they said it was a big poster. It said we have AEW cards. But then I went to the area, it's like a separate area where they have the cards, and there was a bunch of people playing Magic, and I was like, I can't be here.
Dude, I've been there.
they're
I was like,
intimidating, dude.
I can't walk into this
Dude, it's like
situation.
there's a gaming like a secondhand gaming store by my house, and I remember going there years ago because we were looking to pick up some like PS2 games, and we go in there and like the whole like front of the thing is all a Magic tournament, and like we walked in, they all just like stared at us, and I
Dude,
was
they
like,
stared at through your soul.
and then the guy who was like the clerk was like playing Magic. He was so pissed off that we were buying something. And I was like, "Fuck you, dude."
They're like,
Yeah,
Like,
this
do
let
happened
you
to
think
me.
your fan
Yeah,
base is smelly?
oh, dude.
You're a bunch of amateurs, you know?
dude, don't you dare say anything about the Magic fan base because they
Hey,
aren't
listen.
nice and they'll fuck us up, dude. I'm
Hey,
scared
listen.
now.
They have my
They're
IP address already.
yeah, they're worse than the Digimon guys, dude. I love Digimon. Please don't.
The Yu-Gi-Oh guys are the calmest, so it's fine.
Yeah, well,
I
because
can
Yu-Gi-Oh is awesome,
They got
dude.
their
I
heads
can get
on
down.
straight.
Yeah, I can get down
Yeah,
with Yu-Gi-Oh people.
yeah.
Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, Nick Nemeth debuted at TNA already.
Is he Pegasus?
He does have big hair.
I don't know. I just needed
Yeah,
to steer this conversation back.
No, yeah, we needed to get on Hunt to
yeah.
Kill.
It's all related, you know.
It really is. It all comes back. But interesting to see him back, you know. I'm excited to
I
see him
think
fight Cardona, which
I think
is
it's his best.
unrelated.
It's his best landing spot right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think because obviously everyone knows like AEW is overcrowded and is only getting more people. So if you like going to New Japan and going to TNA for a while and just like putting some guys over, having great matches, that's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, because I think the opportunity he has with TNA currently is he can win the main title and he can be the
Hmm.
the top of the card. He can be the main event.
Yeah, he can be the guy. Yeah,
Yeah, whereas AEW there isn't that room right now. You know what I mean?
there's
Like
so many top guys in AEW right now. It's crazy.
yeah, and then they have it kind of planned out at least somewhat, barring
Hmm.
injuries or anything over the next 6 months at least. Knowing TK, I'm sure he's got ideas up
Hmm.
until 2050.
Yeah, I mean you have like
You know,
Swerve, Jay White, uh, Osprey's coming in. You still have
yep,
Hangman. Hangman's rising up the ranks again.
yep,
So it's like
he
where if
he
you're Nick
is.
Nemeth, where do you fit?
Exactly. You'd get some good matches and he'd put in like 5-star matches and stuff
Hmm.
like that, but he's not going to be in the main event. He's not going to be. He'll get a title match probably.
Hmm.
Definitely get a title match at a big pay-per-view, but he's not going to win the title.
Yeah, if
It
he
would be
wants
kind of like wait and
longevity,
see.
yeah, if he wants longevity and like focus on a story that's like only for him, I would go to TNA because you're
Yeah.
gonna get the time. You're gonna get like your TV time.
And it's a cool opportunity too. Like they just switched back to being TNA. It's fresh. You're there for the first
Mhm.
pay-per-view. And that's when you come out and they add Dana Brooke too, which talking to the people they added. Um, so yeah,
Dash by
it's
elegance.
it exactly
Mhm.
and complete elegance. I'm glad Dana, she's got to go for that title now too.
Yeah, well, I mean like TNA's its slash Impact's women's roster has been very good for the
It's
last like
always
5
awesome,
years, I would say.
dude.
Always really, it's really fun and always really good.
Yeah, so we always talk about them in NWA. Like they've killed
Hmm.
it with their women's divisions, and that's why a lot of them end up with AEW or WWE. And what can you do? But
Yeah, they said
yeah,
she debuted, and I think she's NXT UK. Zaya Brookside debuted there too, I think. And then
yeah,
I know Top Dollar was there, AJ Francis, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he signed there or that was just like a per appearance type of thing.
yeah. Or if he's gonna just do like a match or whatever. If
Hmm.
he's yeah, I don't know if he's officially signed with anyone.
I have no idea. Yeah.
It's so hard to tell sometimes. That's why like with Ziggler, I'm sure he's like signed to like like a contract for maybe the next 6 months, do like certain amount of events and pay-per-views and shit like that. Like kind of like
Hmm.
what Mercedes did with NJPW. Like so I think a lot of people outside of signing with WWE and AEW, it seems like that's what those contracts look like most of the time.
I mean, even AEW, a lot of the times they just like wrestle anywhere.
Yeah.
It's things like WWE.
Depending. Yeah.
It's like WWE is their one universe, and then the rest of it's just like the wrestling universe, like
Yeah.
every other company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad that Trips already started the year working with All Japan Pro Wrestling
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
might get some stuff with TNA and yeah, we'll see. NXT
Yeah.
can do awesome crossovers. He has so much like NXT. That's why it's such a cool brand. It gives you so
Hmm.
much different stuff you can do as far as just because
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense to cross them over with the main product and the main
Hmm.
rosters because
Yeah, and they get more reps with different guys and different styles. I mean, they did that. They did that a few. It's probably like 2019, 2018, where they sent a lot of NXT guys to Evolve Wrestling.
yeah,
I remember they did that. Like, they sent like Matt Riddle over a few times and all that stuff, and some other guys. And then I think they absorbed Evolve Wrestling.
Yeah,
But
that's what they always end up doing, just
Mhm.
evolving these little indie things and then getting rid of them again and letting them go back on their own.
mhm.
Gaining their
Uh,
trust so that they
It's
Just
like
like
they've
Al,
done it
power.
before.
yeah, that's like
Yeah.
Al Snow owns the one company that
OVW.
Ohio Valley, yeah,
Mhm.
OVW, yeah.
I don't think OVW has anything. I don't think it's had anything to do with WWE since like
After Ruthless
2010.
Aggression,
Yeah.
think
yeah,
it's just its own kind of thing. There was
Well,
a
I think in
Netflix
like
documentary about
yeah,
it.
but I think in like 2010 it went from OVW being like their farm ground to like FCW being their farm ground.
that
Or
wasn't
maybe it was
Evolve.
maybe it was before that.
Wasn't Evolve for a little bit too?
I don't think that was their farming ground. I think at that point it was just a performance center.
I think
I think
just
they were just
Yeah,
sending guys over to Evolve for
Yeah.
like just
yeah,
for fun.
because the Evolve stuff is in their archives for WWE.
Well, I think they bought them. They bought them out.
They bought them at one point, yeah, which is cool.
hmm
That's why I'd like to see them have their own hardcore show and add GC Dub or something like that.
Had Ricky Barvis, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, that's feuding with Janela. What's that,
Yeah,
what's that
yeah.
guy's name?
Ricky
Gerwig.
Berwick.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm not keen on YouTube personalities. I know
Yeah,
who that guy is, but like I
YouTube
never knew his full
meme
name.
personality Ricky
Mhm.
Berwick has heat with Janela, and since the Janela zone's been back, he's had.
He showed up at the Toronto show last night.
He had a big old. I think it was last night or the night before. He had a big old WWE Universal replica belt. And
Yeah, their match should have been on the Cardona one coming up.
What?
Cardona celeb match he's got coming up.
oh yeah, he's fighting
Oh,
Paul Hauser.
Paul Walker.
Paul
Yeah,
Walter Hauser.
Paul
Right.
Walker Hauser.
Who you might
Paul
know
Walker
from
Hauser's-
Richard Jewell or other things that I haven't seen. He's real fun though. He was on
Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Paul
that's the
Walker
one that's
Dookie
great.
Hauser.
Yeah.
Paul Walker Doogie Hauser. He was great on I Think You Should Leave.
They should. Yep.
And the
had,
fact that he
Fantastic.
mentioned wrestling at the Emmys, pretty
Yeah,
cool.
at Cardona. Yep.
You didn't
And
see that,
Ibushi?
Chris
Oh, I
hates
saw
that.
it. I was just like,
Chris is gatekeeping. He's like,
just
no.
like, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris
I
started
was
saying,
just like-
"Fuck you."
I was just like, yeah, this is cool, I guess, but like for wrestling fans, but like it's not gonna
Yeah.
bring anyone to the product of like no
Yeah,
one's gonna be
it
like,
is,
what's he
dude.
talking about? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
watch pro wrestling.
They're gonna go,
Yeah.
holy shit, man! I gotta see
You think-
Cardona.
Now Paul Giamatti was
Yeah.
like, I gotta go back to In and Out.
Yeah. If Hugh Jackman was there, he was popping for the broski.
True, he's a big
That's true.
wrestling fan.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be at the Emmys though, because I don't think he. Yeah. Never
Jamie
know.
on White was popping then.
Mm-hmm.
He said
Yeah.
something like he was like, I would wrestle a match if all three of us wrestled, like Zach. And then the guy that plays David.
He's got to do it with his brothers, dude. That's
That'd be sick. They said
Wants to
fuck
be
Mike
with his
again,
brothers.
dude. They don't want they don't want to wrestle
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, they need to face three brothers, so they could face
Dude, the pizza place.
they could face Roosh, Drolistico,
Drolistico.
and
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee. Yep. WWE just have to let him do one match.
They can face Matt, Nick, and then their other brother who doesn't wrestle.
They would need to
Yeah.
fight.
What's that
They would need to
brother's
fight
name?
heels.
It's like something Catholic Christian.
Okay.
Jeremiah or something. Maybe not Jeremiah.
Jeremiah Jackson.
No, that's
Yeah. There he is.
it's some
He's back.
I'll look it up. But go ahead. What are we talking about?
Drolistico.
Oh, more
No, we were just
brothers
talking
to
about
Frank
brothers
Von
versus
Erich.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't know if there's many families of wrestling where there's three brothers. You got the Janela family. He's got his cousin, Donnie Primetime. And then I think there's another one that wrestles, Leroy was telling us.
yeah, I'm trying to think of three brothers or more. Tons of brothers, and then like family members, uncles and nephews, like you have the Guerreros and all that, and obviously Cody and his brother and his dad.
What brothers will they fight? Oh, they can fight
Yeah.
Chris and his two brothers.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the match we've all been waiting for.
Mike's gonna wear the pink the pink Riho tutu though.
I think he could pull it
Yeah.
off.
He would pull it
He
off pretty
has.
well.
He's the one who buys all her gear.
Are you gonna wear the Hikaru Shida thing that like leaves like that part of your thighs?
No, I'm wearing the sky blue one where it just hikes up my ass crack and my cheeks are out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Um,
I'm trying to find the Young Bucks brothers name. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Malachi. It's Malachi.
Malachi.
Yeah.
Malachi Black.
Is that Christian?
Jackson.
Is Malachi a Christian word
hippie
name?
ass Christian parents.
Yeah.
They do. I read the
Yeah.
Young
Yeah.
Bucks book, so I should know.
Yeah.
What's it called? How to be
Killing the
young.
business.
How to get buck wild when you're young.
Yeah. The Young Bucks killed it with their promo, which leading into Dynamite, that was like, everyone's kind of looking forward to is
Mhm.
why did the Young Bucks do this to Darby and Sting, besides just wanting Sting's last match? Because they're the EVPs, which is kind of basically a little bit what they were getting into, just in this EVP role, which is honestly great character work. Like
I mean,
it is a lot different than what they were doing.
they're leaning into all the criticism they get. And finally, I feel like.
Yeah, which they should have been doing for a while. Maybe they didn't
Mhm.
want to. Tony didn't want him doing that while Punk was still at the company, just because it might cause drama if they.
And I think they were like doing face stuff too, because like they were getting the elite back together and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think they're like, let's not do a heel thing.
You might as
But
well
this is
use
yeah,
the
this
heat.
yeah, it's just like the question of is it too late to use the heat? Or I mean, I
yeah,
don't think it is, but
I think a lot of people hate them. Like outside
yeah.
of like AEW fans at least. Like cuz I feel like they're the ones that I see a lot of criticism toward.
Yeah, but it's not like warranted. Like those people don't watch the product and just
True.
comment shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah. And the Jacksons are always the easy ones
to
to
blame,
go at.
bro, that's why like I don't talk shit about like anything WWE really does because I don't really watch the product. So it's like I
Yeah.
can't have a
Yeah,
fair say in it. But like, I don't know. But they came out looking like when Vinnie Mac came out with his new mustache. Everyone's
Mhm.
drawing comparisons to that character.
yeah. That's yeah,
After
right.
he came back from like the lawsuit, the sexual allegation lawsuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he came back like with that dyed hair and that pervert mustache. He came back like looking like you couldn't have hurt your case more the way like Vinnie Mac looked.
yeah. He
He
came
Yeah.
looked
back
like
as
more of a
a.
pervert.
When you shave it on the top, you make it too thin, you
He
know?
looked like a of like a 1940 like 50s villain and a
Yeah, he
pervert.
came back as like Walt
Like,
Disney. He's
yeah,
Walt Disney,
yeah.
dude.
He looks like he's about to tie me to some train tracks and
Dude, that's what you would hope for. He does.
You guys will get
true
tied
with
to the train tracks.
his reputation.
Yeah, how
Um
dare you?
And then he gives me a push though, so it's fine.
Yeah,
anyway.
but yeah, their promo was great because like yeah, I felt like even like their cadence, the way they talked, voices, they changed
Mhm.
up a little bit, and yeah, I love
Kind of
the
like it was like
super tan Matt with
yeah,
with the mustache, like the look, and just yeah, kind of their whole promo, they killed
like
it. They didn't,
kind of like legend killer type of thing they were going for too.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of getting into
Mhm.
is I was thinking about that because the first match like was definitely two candidates of guys that the Bucks will want to take out at some point or kill, as they said, as they
Yeah.
said that they don't, but that they don't they'll take out and they don't fit their idea of what the
Mhm.
product should be because people like Punk ruined it,
Mhm.
which is what they kind of alluded to. Um, but yeah, it's the first match was good. Dustin and Christian. Nice attitude era match.
Dude, I was like confused. I was like, why is Dustin getting a match? And then he was like super over the whole time, and I was like, okay, that's why.
Yeah, he's been getting a
Yeah,
little
just
bit of a push lately
He
ever
was, dude,
since
the
well,
crowd
uh,
like was so into him, and I was like, all right, like I
well,
respect
they
it.
were in was that when they were in
They're in South
Norfolk?
Carolina.
Oh, okay. Right on. Because when they were in Virginia, they loved him too.
Yeah, because he's gotten a few random matches like during it. Well, because he got the one match at World's End because what's his name was he
Keith
injured?
Lee.
Keith Lee was he? Oh,
Mhm.
he didn't pass the physical with the doctor. That's right. And a lot of people talk shit about that on social media. So leading into this, I feel like a lot of people that do support him were happy that he got this match, and
Mhm.
yeah, people were loving it.
And he killed it
Telling,
too. So
Yeah.
yep. So all the haters, cute.
Well, but so keeping with the Bucks doing like a legend killer type deal, or just like a sports entertainer killer deal, story arc, it seems like it would make sense that they would go after the Hardys at some point. They would go after Edge and Christian if they ever
Yep.
become aligned with each other. You
I know
know?
what's his
Yeah.
face was trying to have words with him on Twitter. The Rock and Roll Express.
Come on.
Now
They were
that's
That
the
would be
feud we
great.
need.
That
they've
would be
they've
great.
they've been in AEW. Remember when like I think was it Santana Ortiz at like the first Full Gear? I think they like came out and beat him
Yeah.
up, or it was like leading up to the first Full Gear or some shit.
That would be great if the Bucks ended their career too.
Yeah, 'cause I know
After they
they want to retire soon. The Rock and Roll Express are only like 80 fucking
uh
8 years old. What are
they
they?
can
I don't know.
retire in a squash match on a Rampage.
Nah, the one we saw them live. The one guy can still
Yeah.
go, and the other guy is just like, yeah. No, we
Yeah.
saw him live. We saw him live twice, actually, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
two
but so
times.
that's
Yeah.
why Ricky Morton he tags with his son still,
Hmm.
Kerry.
Yeah, Ricky's the one who can go still, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Robert
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 Gibson's the
Gibson.
other guy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, but
Robert Gibson.
I found it interesting that Sting and Darby, like in that promo, basically were alluding to challenging like Big Bill and Ricky Starks for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
That'd be cool if they won them and the
So
titles
maybe,
were on the line.
yeah, maybe they're gonna win them and then verse the Bucks.
Because the
Like
Bucks,
nothing is gonna make the Bucks more fucking hated than beating Sting and Darby in Sting's last match, plus for the tag titles.
yeah, and because they really are booking it in real life, but and then also playing the character of
Hmm.
booking all this shit for themselves anyway.
Hmm. Who knows? But like at the same time, like people say that, like who really knows who's booking anything and who has that much power? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's
the
just
Wizard of
yeah,
Oz at
yeah.
AEW back there.
Just like who
That-
people just like speak on stuff like where like they don't really know what's happening backstage because
Yeah,
no one does unless you're back there. So it's just like I don't know.
yeah, yeah. It's
That's a
really
cool
Vince
storyline.
McMahon. It's Vince
That'd be
McMahon.
crazy.
And
It's
with
Shane,
that,
bro.
Yeah, right. It's Shane. Shane is in
You
Tony's
saw him tear
office.
his ACL and then he went to Tony's office.
Yep. Guys wouldn't do this to me. Shane
Maybe
does need to do a match for AEW.
that'd be sick. What would his name be though? I guess he
Shane
can.
O'Mac.
He can
Is,
use his real
is
name.
McMahon
He
his real
probably
name?
could have. Yeah. So he could. He just couldn't use Shane O'Mac
He
though.
should use
Is
Shane.
McMahon his real name?
I don't know. Maybe it's a
What
stage name,
else would
bro.
it
No,
be?
no one. You
Maybe
never
it's a
know in the
stage
WWE
name, dude.
world.
Like I didn't know if Vinnie Mac had a stage name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
What if he went by Shane Ryback
Shane
Uh,
Ryback.
just to shove it in Ryback's face that they still
uh,
own the trademark?
yeah, dude. Ryback's gonna block you now on all social media.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, if he hasn't done it
Dude,
already.
you are
Sorry,
done,
I was just
dog.
making a joke, dude. I want to see you eat chips, Ryback.
Yeah, you're gonna get the Ryback army after you.
Which is just like three guys that use his promo codes that don't work
Yeah,
anymore.
and they
That's,
keep just like eating nothing but his like protein stuff, and it's
but
turning them into
would you really want to face those three guys?
no,
Because those
I
three
don't,
guys are
dude.
us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's who I was
I
talking
know.
about.
Yeah,
And with
I know.
that,
That's why I
I'm
don't
gonna do
understand why
an
he blocked me. How dare he?
yeah, we do have heat
Go
with
ahead,
Ryback.
Jason.
I'm gonna do a ad read real quick.
Oh, sweet.
Um, Picture this. It's been a long day of hanging with your best dude bros. You've been pumping iron and massaging glutes, and you should be flying high Unfortunately, there's a severe moisture in your rear cleavage. Some call it swamp ass. If this sounds like a nightmare you've experienced, we have the product for you. Stay fresh with Switchblade J. White's Cool Guy Butt Wipes, the ultimate solution for your dirty smoking barrel. Feel the cool breeze in your bum as J. White's Cool Guy Butt Wipes do a Blade Runner to the crusty moistness. Want a clean ass, boys? Join the clean bum club. Switchblade J. White's Cool Guy Butt Wipes, because everyone deserves a refreshing icy hole.
Thank
Use
God.
promo
Yeah.
code Invasion Angle.
For your 10%. Golden Bum Club. Which is a perfect thing to bring up because
one of the scarier ones.
the boys brought home those ROH 6-man titles.
And they got a new theme song.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
And now they can team up eventually and become the ultimate 6-man stable and have the trios and the 6-man titles with the Acclaimed.
Yeah, there's definitely a story leading up with the Acclaimed.
Bang Bang Scissor Gang, baby.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
They brought back I think they did Card Blade, but then now they have a Juice Robinson version of it.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah, which is great.
I forget what they named him though.
I forget the name too offhand, but it was a pretty funny little skit they did.
Juice Box? No, I don't know.
Back in the boiler room.
I just made that up.
Juice Box.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's Juice Box. That should be the fucking name if it isn't.
I think it was
fucking
like something
Juice Box.
convoluted that I'm trying to figure out.
Isn't that what Jay calls Silent Bob sometimes?
Gee, I don't...
No, he calls him Lunchbox.
Yeah. Lunchbox, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, Lunchbox.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's awesome. And I think eventually it would be cool and probably makes sense down the road for the Bang Bang Scissor Gang to break up and combine those titles, unify them, because I think it would be okay for the AEW ROH universe to only have one set of trios champs.
Yeah.
I don't think it would hurt.
They call them Rock Card Juice Board. They use a little work, I think.
All right. Yeah, I like Juice Box.
Oh, yeah. that didn't look pretty.
Yeah, Juice Box is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, but I think unifying the titles is the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, it's like technically different promotion titles.
I know.
It's just like I don't think they're gonna unify it. It really wouldn't make sense, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I still
I know.
I want to know when I guess they do have a ROH weekly TV show, but I don't think they're ever really gonna get a cable one.
Yeah, would they do like a live one or?
I mean, yeah, just like a more accessible one where I don't have to pay for Honor Club or whatever the fuck it's called.
I mean, I would love they keep holding off on the streaming thing. Tony keeps saying like, "Oh, we're gonna do Max, or we're gonna do this or that," and I don't know, man. Like, why don't you just already do it, TK? What the fuck? Like NWA got on CW, which is cool on their streaming app. Like, Micro Wrestling, shout out to the dogs. They got on Discovery before AEW did. So like, I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for.
That's more of like a reality show though, so they can film that over a span of like a couple weeks. Whereas when you do like a weekly type deal, and live too.
Yeah. You just miss Roads to the Top.
Yeah.
I do miss Roads to the Top.
Well, they have a new show, right? They have a new.
It's like Unrestricted, or that's a podcast.
Don't they have a new show with an AEW couple? Or no, sorry, WWE does with
Bianca,
Montez
right?
Ford and Bianca. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Tez and Bianca.
But the AEW did have that
called?
Reality show too. Not a clue.
I don't know. I call it the Tez and Bianca show.
Real Chance of Love.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So continuing in the route of Dynamite, the main event was awesome. I did feel like I was getting a pay-per-view match on TV as far as the content and overall feels.
Yeah, Hook ate that fucking table spot. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, it looked so good. Sounded so
Looked
good.
gnarly, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it was like legit like watching like Dragon Ball Z or something uh
Yeah.
in human form, just like I don't know, Hook's like Trunks or something and just like taking on this like giant monster
Mhm.
Yeah.
that he's just like he's getting his ass beat down the whole time and then he had the ultimate which, Hulk up, but I say hook up. He had that and it's one of the most insane hookups I've ever seen. So he basically went Super Saiyan, like taking the Joe's finisher and then just kicking out right away and then just beating the fuck
Mhm.
out of him, which was awesome. That
I was
was
surprised that he was able to suplex Big Joe.
I
El
know, and it
Camino. Is
looked good too.
that what he calls it?
I think
Something
so.
like that.
Mhm. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, his promo. I don't know if you guys saw it beforehand. Hook's promo they put on like Twitter. It was like 30-second promo where he's like eating some
Yeah,
pizza
yeah.
kind of promo. Killed
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Killed it
yeah.
too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then doesn't he
Uh,
end it with like, "Who the fuck am I anyway?" Something
Oh
like
yeah, that
that.
was like the Ginger Mahal thing.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just a guy eating some pizza.
Dude looked good too.
It had like Raven energy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying Raven from Teen Titans. Both of them now. But Hook is for sure like a Teen Titan character. I
He gets new
I dig
tattoos
it.
though every week.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
All the
I'm
people
What's
who
I'm
gonna
make the
be
action
next?
figures get pissed.
Really? Just
I gotta
airbrush a
make.
new
I
one
gotta get
on.
new render. Yeah.
yeah. That's how you know what hook you have, like at what stage, just by the tattoos. In the future, when you'll be able to tell, like, oh yeah, this is a 2022
This
hook
Team
because he's
Taz
only got
Hook.
All I know is
yeah.
after I bought the Hook action figure, you weren't able to see what tattoos are on it. Am I right?
Because it was
Anyway,
and your orifice
Seth and Jinder Mahal.
and your Rhea cleavage. He's sick with
Your
us.
butt
Seth and
wipes.
Seth and Jinder Mahal, guys. Am I right?
Yeah, I
I just
mean,
Yeah,
want
the
to
I don't
try to
know.
match.
change the
I don't
subject.
know if we can.
Yeah, Seth and Jinder Mahal. Yeah, it was. Speaking of butt wipes,
Mhm.
I didn't
yeah,
see it.
Jinder. Yeah, Jinder. I mean,
Was
they
it
they put a
good?
lot. It was a solid main event. Like,
Okay.
and of course, like they're still putting Jinder over, like as far as like kayfabe power. So he had a pretty good match, and I don't know, it was pretty good. It was nothing to call home about, so they say. And then Seth got injured, so now
Yeah,
he
it's pretty ironic that like they brought this whole thing happened and then like of course Seth Rollins get injured in it.
Yeah.
Like they made a big deal of
yeah
this match and of course like the
yeah, and
worst
then
possible outcome.
yeah, and then like so many fans are like, oh, like Jinder's like when during this all going on, it's like the drama between Jinder and Tony Khan. There's like
Mhm.
all these people saying like, yeah, Jinder's title run was really good, and like see all these videos he's had. So I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't, dude. There was nobody during his title run that was like, oh, this fucking rocks, dude. Yeah, this is the guy
Yeah,
that beat Randy Orton.
you
Yeah,
didn't even have
fuck
tigers,
yes.
dude.
Everyone I think stopped watching WWE when he lost the title. I'm pretty sure they lost at least 1 million viewers a week.
Yeah.
It's
They
true.
said they said fuck that, dude.
I mean,
I was pissed. I wasn't even watching back then. And I was pissed.
Yeah, yeah. It was tough. Everyone, yeah, everyone
I
just did not agree with it. But yeah,
I
I don't
I
know.
came back to wrestling directly after that happened. I think once like I think Styles won the belt, and then like a couple months later I came back.
Yeah, Styles is a great champ.
I came
He
back
was
just in time for um Jinder Mahal to sell the Whisper in the Wind like 3 minutes too late. Do you remember that?
yeah, that shit was hilarious. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the B word because Jericho will get pissed, and I don't want
There's
Jericho
no
mad at
such
me.
thing as the B word.
Yeah, because we're gonna be on the Jericho cruise next week,
Oh, of
and
course, yeah.
you have to shake his hand going on to the cruise. So if I fucking say the B word, he's just gonna
He knows,
probably
yeah.
grab my hand too hard. Yeah. I heard what
Yeah.
you fucking said. Yeah. Yeah. You do not want to piss Jericho off, dude.
To get
Especially
You
when,
back,
know, there's a Judas in my mind.
you must
yeah.
donate to the Donald Trump Foundation if you want on this boat. Do not
Yeah.
say the B word.
Don't say the B word. And I think yeah, you got to donate to the Jericho Fund, the Jericho Cruise Fund. But I'm excited about the cruise for sure. We'll get into that later.
I want to hit
The
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 water
ex-
slides.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I want a big tiki drink.
You gotta get the tiki drinks, dude. You gotta get the tiki drinks,
I hear
and
they
you
have
gotta
one.
I'm
I
trying to
hear they.
bunk. I'm trying to bunk with Luther.
yeah, and have him jump on his shoulders and have him carry you around
Yeah,
every day. Yeah,
it's an
should be
all-inclusive
awesome.
package.
Yeah. Have you seen all the creepy memes of people just being like, I wish I was Luther just because he's
Dude,
carrying around Tony?
the moment I saw him like pick up
Sickos.
like Tony Storm for the first time, I was like, I knew these fucking creeps on Twitter are gonna be saying that.
Yeah. It's so much like the mommy ones that they're originally putting out when like
Hmm.
Rhea Ripley anytime like put her legs or arms around Dom, they're just like reposting like,
Yeah,
oh man, I wish I was Dom.
like all right, you guys you gotta calm down.
Yeah.
Parasocial
Yeah.
relationships are real, guys. And they're not real, actually. That's kind
Yeah.
of the whole thing.
Or maybe just like focus on becoming a butler when you grow up.
That's true.
So
True.
so
A
you got a
valet.
shot, you know?
So actually,
Yeah.
that's very good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what classes you take for that, but like the Alfred Pennyworth classes, perhaps. Pennyworth College. Uh yeah, you can
Um,
work for Batman, perhaps Tony Storm.
you can work for Mister
Uh
Mister Body, but he's dead
oh
from
God.
Clue.
Is you go to
Wait,
go
no,
to a
Mister,
sanctuary.
but Mister Body was the butler. Actually, I forgot. That's how that movie ended.
Oh, it is okay.
You
You
remember
ruined the ending for
you
me.
ever see
Michelle
Clue?
likes Clue.
That movie fucking rules,
Really?
dude.
No, I've seen the movie.
Remember they do
I
like
just don't
three
remember
endings?
what his name was.
Well, there's Mr.
Yeah.
Body, who is the first guy who dies, but then in the end it reveals that the butler is just Mr. Body disguised as a butler. Like he's just pretending, like Tim Curry's character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
then the
right.
maid
Uh,
has really big honkers, and I was like 8, and I was like, wah, 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 wah.
Wow. That was a
yeah.
really good review of that film.
It was. I think that he was reading the Rotten Tomato. He's got it pulled up.
Yeah, I saw that movie in 8, and I was like, I wish I was the butler. I was making those tweets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pre Twitter,
That's it.
you
I
were writing
mean,
that. You were writing that in your Nintendo DS Picto chat to
I was
yep.
no
putting
one.
it. I was putting it in a glass bottles and throwing it in the sea.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's do they do that in Clue? Because they do that's like a trope in murder mysteries.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Yeah. So back to Rollins. So yeah, so now that Rollins is had this match, everyone is so excited and pumped up because like, yeah, Junior deserves it, blah blah blah. Now he's injured, possibly torn meniscus.
And
Both wrestling,
MCL
yeah, MCL, right? Is
and
MCL
torn and
meniscus?
meniscus, yeah.
Okay.
And also we're not blaming Jinder Mahal for this injury.
No, I
It just
blame.
happens.
We're
No, it's
blaming
Rich Holland's
WWE
fault.
as an
Yeah, we're
organization
blaming Rachel Holland
for not
Yeah,
giving health insurance to Seth Rollins
yeah,
specifically.
and Corey
yeah,
Jade. She tore ACL
yeah.
too.
And Goldberg.
Yeah, give him. He's still on the payroll.
Yep, yep. And because I don't know what's going on, but he gets injured in this match that was whatever, just a throwaway Raw match.
Hmm.
And yeah, now I feel like well with at least the MCL, you can get back in 6 to 8 weeks. You know, at like NFL players, NBA players, like you can
Hmm.
definitely do it depending on if it's a full, it depends if it's full tear, like how bad it is, blah blah
Mhm.
blah, doctor stuff, etc. But yeah, it's good it's not an ACL at least,
Yeah.
because then there's no way. So I feel like now if it really is, if it's partial, then it's pretty great because then you can that can heal over the next
Let's
whatever couple
yeah.
months. But
Let's say it's like worst possible outcome. He misses WrestleMania. How do you pivot if you're WWE?
I think then you can, I think that like then you could do I don't know, because could you, because Cody, it seems like Cody versus Roman for the title, but then you could
Dude,
do
what about The
Rock
Rock?
versus Roman. Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you could do
Yeah.
Rock versus Roman, and then Cody versus CM Punk.
Who wins that match
But
though?
Cody kind of his story is getting the other title, which he said. You know what I mean? The Ultimate Gold Universal
I
Unified
hope they don't do
Championship of the worlds.
like regardless of the Seth Rollins injury. Like say Cody doesn't win the belt at WrestleMania. I hope they don't do like a cop out and have Cody win like Money in the Bank and then cash in. Because that'd be like so cheap and
Oh,
such like
dude,
a moment ruiner, I think.
I would hate that. They
Like you
Cody
have
has
like
to
the top,
win.
you have like the top
Uh,
baby face, like honorable man winning like the worst like sleazeball way. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it wouldn't make any sense.
yeah,
But
right. They have Cody win at Mania by turning heel like Stone Cold.
fucking stupid, dude.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of has to be, yeah, Cody beating Roman, which is kind of like that weird thing in wrestling. It's just like, yeah, this is what everyone needs and they wants. And we've been talking about this for like the past year and the year before that. But
Yeah, I know like
yeah, I
W.
don't know. It's interesting with like the Rock
Mhm.
dynamic. You have five different guys for sure that could be in these two matches, needing four people.
Mhm.
I'm just
And then
waiting
you
for
throw
the
Matt Hardy in the
Stardust.
mix too.
True, Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Matt
He
Hardy's been, yeah, getting
he's
thrown
has
through
his
the ringer this past
he
week.
has his own match going on right now at home.
Yeah. Yeah, dropping some TikToks on him. She was like wearing like the Ed shirt.
Yeah, that's scary, dude.
Yeah, that was a cool fucking
Yeah.
shirt. That's like
Oh,
my
I
like what I
agree. I
thought
wonder if
about.
she had it already or if she bought it.
Yeah,
Like
because if
that's
she
like
bought
a,
it, it was vintage. She probably got it from Wrestling for Sale on Instagram.
yeah, she
Are we
probably
getting
just
ad
gave
are
them
we
a
getting
bunch of
money for
it.
you saying that?
I don't know, but we maybe retroactively.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
The butt wipes are giving us money this week, so it's fine.
Hmm.
yeah. You can double up on sponsorships in 1 week. It's no big deal.
Sweet.
Yeah, just bring it all the fucking money in. We want all the manja.
I'll be
Oh,
sending a
But
lot of
Whatchamacallit
invoices.
happened this week too. The PWI awards came out. Pro
Ah,
Wrestling Illustrated awards.
yeah, Cardona got Indie of the Year, right? Indie Wrestler of the
Again.
Year.
Yeah.
Yep,
who got
T-
Booker of
back
the
to
Year?
back.
I don't know. I know FTR got Tag Team of the Year again. I know Seth got Wrestler of the Year again. I know Cody got Top Babyface. I think Ripley got Women number one woman again.
Yep.
Yeah, which is
Oh, that's
deserved.
what people are pissed about. I think the match of the year was Charlotte versus Ripley at Mania at 39. That's what
Yeah.
one match of the year, and like people are mad about that.
Did Ric
Hmm.
Flair, is he the one that chose that?
I guess so. It's fan voted, isn't it?
I isn't it like the fan vote counts for part of it, right? And then the rest is up to
I
the
know it's at
P.
Like the
least
editors.
slightly
It's a
fan
part of the
voted.
prop. Yeah, kind of like the NBA All Star or
Hmm.
some shit like that, where it's like part of it, and I don't know. I don't know what how their politics work over there, but that
Who
doesn't make
doesn't?
sense. That was an amazing match. It was a great fucking
Mhm.
match, but
I think
match of the year,
people
no.
wanted the Sheamus triple threat to win.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean that was like some of the matches we talked about, like that match, Omega and Kenny Part
Osprey.
2,
Osprey
and
and
I
Omega,
never
yeah.
know where because like when
yeah,
PWI does all their rankings and stuff like that, there's always like a weird ranking period. So I don't know where they're judging from, like what dates.
Is
You
this supposed
know,
to be July to July or something like that? Summer to summer, beginning of summer.
it
I
might be
forget how it
that. I think it
goes.
might be that, something like that.
You
So
think
you
it would be
guys,
the beginning of WrestleMania all the way to the next WrestleMania season, but I don't fucking.
I don't know. I think
They're
that would
living in
like.
their
I
own
think that would.
world.
I think that would skew things though. Like it would skew rest like for match of the year because like if you did it to WrestleMania, that like those matches are so fresh in your head that maybe I'm gonna vote for those matches more often. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they
But
should just do for the year. Just do it for from January to December.
January, yeah.
Come on. Stop fucking with our head
Just make
movies.
we our
But
awards came
yeah,
out and we did it
yeah, but
like that. Thank God.
and that's how we'll do it next year.
We didn't send our
And next,
plaques out yet though.
no, we'll send those out.
the
Wrote,
Yeah.
slime balls got theirs actually.
Oh, they
yep,
did. Thank
I
God.
sent
it's on a
them.
paper plate we wrote with crayons.
Yeah,
Here you go, sign balls.
and
Fucking
some
go.
ketchup residue from Nick's chicken nuggets he made the night before.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
Well, we had to put slime on it. There had to be some
Yeah.
slime.
He's the resident slime creator.
Yep. So,
Anyway,
but
we
yeah, then
got
also, what? What were you gonna say?
oh, I was just gonna say, we also were gonna say the top heavyweight champs of this year,
Yeah,
'cause
I think the looking ahead.
Like to
That's a good
start the
idea.
year.
We're talking
yeah,
about years and
yeah,
lists. But yeah, going to 2024, I think like out of the like top 10, 12 companies, I don't think any of them will be champions by the beginning of 2025,
Yeah, I
which,
saw that post. I agree.
right? Because you got Roman, I think he loses at Mania,
He's honestly
maybe he
he's
doesn't.
probably
Who knows anymore?
he's the biggest favorite to maybe be to be champ
Yeah,
at the end of
right,
the year. I think so.
right.
I feel like Vikingo could hold on to his title.
Ooh, that's true too. And I saw that
Why can't,
he signed a contract extension with AAA as well today. So
Hmm.
I could see that too,
that
but
could
I
be
could
true.
see him giving it to the kind of the next person in
Mhm.
AAA by the end of the year. I think he'll have the title for a lot longer
And
though,
then
for sure.
Black Taurus signed with AEW ROH too,
Yeah,
which
Yeah,
is
he's got to
cool.
change his name
Which
possibly
is
though.
whack. Yeah, I heard that too. It's kind of whack because he's a dope fucking name.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can he
Maybe
just
he'll.
change? Never mind. I was gonna say if he did the Spanish word for black, but I think it just wouldn't work out as well.
Well, he could do like El Toro Negra, you know.
Yeah, that's better. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll
He
see.
can do
We'll talk to the
he
team.
can do the bull guy. It's the
Just call him
fucking
Black
bull
Bull
guy. Yeah.
or just
Black
Taurus, right?
Black Bull. I was watching one of those videos last night.
Yeah, you're watching the highlight reel anyway.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, that's it.
vogfart.com.
Um,
That's on
I'm
his
sorry.
XNXX highlight reel.
hey, listen, I can see EC3 keeping his title till next year, but
Yeah,
that's
I
just
guess. Yeah.
because I'm traumatized by Tyrus's
I don't know
reign.
who are the contenders of NWA for like
Um,
the world title.
Latimer, you know,
Okay, that makes sense.
he's good. I
What
don't
about
know
those
if
Von Erich boys? They still there?
nah, they're in
Okay,
AEW, I believe. I believe.
Did they sign though officially with AEW
I have no idea.
or
Maybe with
ROH?
I
I don't
think
know if
with
they.
ROH, they were doing backstage stuff for like a
Yeah,
while.
I know they were. Yeah, I don't know if they officially signed contracts. Not possibly. That's what we're talking about. The blurred lines now with all these
Hey,
Mhm.
listen,
kind of contracts. If you're not getting kind of
if you guys
this
think that
big
Eddie
deal.
Kingston is gonna lose his championship before
Ooh,
next year, you're
that's interesting.
silly.
That's interesting too, actually.
Yeah. Do you think? I think he could lose the Ring of Honor title next December. I think he can hold it all the way till next year until like their
Yeah,
big December pay per
I wonder
view.
what they do with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
but
why I think some
definitely.
of these titles will last a while, but I think
Mhm.
maybe by November, the fall, they might fade
Yeah,
away.
Samoa Joe is gonna lose it whenever he's
I
not
think
gonna do the
Rollins
whole year.
loses. I think Rollins
100.
loses at
And now
Mania.
he might have to just relinquish it too, depending on what he says Monday night, this
Yeah, well,
coming
that's what I'm
Monday.
saying. If he has to relinquish it, It would be cool if they did the Royal Rumble if they did back in I think 2014, a
Yeah,
Triple H one where the title, like the Royal Rumble, the winner gets the title,
that'd be cool. Change it up.
and then Punk wins it, and then The
And then
Rock tries to
Punk
face
gets
him,
injured.
and then Ryback takes his
How
place.
could you say that? Punk is
Yeah,
Dude,
totally not the type of guy.
Ryback called him Fragile Phil, dude.
I know.
Hey,
That's
listen,
just setting up a
Moose.
great match.
I'm gonna predict a couple
Uh,
things. Moose is gonna
call it
lose his
projecting.
title.
Yeah, Moose is gonna lose to Nick Nemeth.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then I
Nick
think
Nem.
Alex Kane might lose it to Riddle. Is Riddle
Isn't
full
is
time
Riddle?
at MLW?
I thought he was in New Japan. I may assume everything. I don't fucking know.
He's doing stuff in New Japan. He's doing stuff at MLW.
Hmm.
I'm waiting for him to do something at GCW because that'd be cool. Cool
Yeah, I could see that
AF.
too.
But yeah, I think I
Speaking
think
of,
most of these champs will keep their titles for a while. Who else are we?
well, I was gonna say,
Do
speaking
you
of
think
GCW, you think Blake Christian's gonna lose his?
by the end of the
Yes,
year, I think he will to Jordan Oliver?
Nasty Leroy.
Jordan Oliver would be good. Um,
Ness Jordan
Nasty
Oliver's
Leroy does
JCW
want
champ
it.
right now.
We're gonna talk to
Yeah.
Nasty Leroy about that next week on the cruise and
Yeah, on the cruise, yeah.
see where
Mhm.
he weighs in about who he
Yeah.
thinks deserves that title shot, and I have a feeling it's gonna be him.
And he'll be probably in a VIP suite, and we'll be in
That's true.
the janitor's closet in the fucking basement.
We're in the
Yeah.
We're in the boilers room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for lucky.
Yeah.
For
I'm
lucky.
shoveling. We're shoveling coal to make the cruise go.
We're
Yep.
shoveling sewage
Yeah.
in the undercarriage. That's why we
Yeah.
have our Jay White's cool guy butt wipes.
Yep. Because if you're down in a boiler room shoveling shit and having cleaned Jericho's dirty underwear, you can have some butt wipes.
Yeah.
Well, you can have them. Is it going to help you with that situation? Not really.
Guns up.
Guns up.
Guns up, and it is the butt wipe era, dog. But yeah, Royal Rumble is interesting. I think like that'd be cool to tie if Seth doesn't relinquish it. I think the Royal Rumble. I feel like you would probably because it's either Cody or CM Punk. I feel like you'd have one of them win,
What
and
about
then
Gunta?
that's what I'm saying. And you have Gunta too. You could throw into there, but I think something has to happen with him. I would love Brock Lesnar versus Gunther at WrestleMania
I
Yeah.
could see that.
because
That'd be
that's like main event level. It's not going to be the main event, but that's a fucking awesome match. For in a dream match for sure. And you know, they teased it at the Rumble the previous year. So I think that'd be cool if, you know, and then something kind of happens there where Brock's the one that eliminates Gunther and they got some heat and shit. And I can't imagine how how you could put over the IC title any more than having a Gunther versus Brock match at Mania for the Intercontinental title. Like
Yeah,
there's
but
not many bigger IC matches
I hope
of
they
all
have a
time than that.
I hope Rock like wants to do it, you know what I mean? Like I hope he doesn't phone it in. Like I hope he
Yeah.
goes all out for that match and like
cool.
I
Yeah.
puts him over.
I feel like Ponytail Brock has definitely been like he's been loving like I don't know, he
Yeah,
talks about in the interviews. I love the
100%.
business
Yeah.
now and I'm enjoying it. And I feel like he's just been digging it. Like his program with Cody was great. Like their matches, like he was like doing pretty
Mhm.
long matches, some cool shit in it, and just a lot of different random moves. He'll just throw in that you maybe have never seen from him, but he's just like,
I
yeah, I
want
can do whatever I
at
want.
least I want at least 3 Brock screams in
Yeah,
the match.
please,
Ah!
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We
And
need a soundboard that's all just Brock Lesnar screams.
but I could see Cody winning a back-to-back
Overcoming.
years, and then CM Punk getting his title shot by winning Elimination Chamber,
Lim Chim.
or vice versa. It's gonna go
Mhm.
that way. I'm sure Elimination Chamber for like the title match at Mania.
Mhm.
So Cody might have to win Elimination Chamber and do that, but and Punk can win. But it'd be wild if The Rock won the Royal Rumble. Then everyone would be like, "What the fuck are they gonna do?" Because we don't want a triple threat match. I don't think anyone does. But yeah, it's curious and crazy. Yeah, and then I also think for Mania, besides outside those matches, the U.S. title match, you definitely do Logan Paul versus LA Knight and put LA over.
You have to get him involved somehow.
You got to get
Yeah.
some screams. And he recently just did an interview too, where he was just like, "Yeah, if winning the IC or the U.S. title is what I have to do, like on my way to the top, that's what I'm down to do." That's because that's definitely what I mean. That's what he kind of has to do right now because the main event picture is wild,
Hmm.
in a good way because it's like unpredictable, which is when you get the best wrestling and some of the coolest booking, as long as they hold up their end on the booking part and kill it. Which I wouldn't want their booking decisions right now for sure. Trips is definitely like I'm sure they have like their stuff planned out, but it's like who knows with this injury now and it's always
Yeah, they're
changing.
probably freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Steph's rubbing his shoulders.
Yeah, but at least you have in the situation if Seth is out,
Hmm.
and can't wrestle for WrestleMania, like having the extra person like The Rock now, like that's okay.
Hmm.
Now it's at least you can make two main events that are great. It's just
Even
which route do you
even
want to
LA Knight
go?
too.
Yeah,
Like say The Rock doesn't wrestle. Say he just like teases it and then he's like, actually I have to do something else. You could have the LA Knight step in. I mean, I even
yeah,
saw like stuff like John Cena like tweeted like a an hourglass or some shit. So
yeah. I
maybe
saw
he's
that
coming back
too.
for Mania season.
Yeah,
But
he
who
might come
that's
out and
yeah.
give someone an F5.
Yeah, he'll do I don't know. He'll I don't
Sorry, and I was not F5. I was saying an FU
yeah, you're not a real
Mhm.
wrestling fan.
before. Yeah, no, I still call it
Leave
the
the
FU and
call.
the SDFU. I never switched it. I never wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah, the
I
attitude
think
adjustment.
like I said, I only watched like I watched wrestling when I was like young from like '07 to '08. So I don't think I was only watching when it was called the FU, and then like years later, I was like, "What the fuck is the AA?"
Yeah, and then his submission was the SDFU, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it'll always be the FU because the FU and the F5. You had
Hmm. And then
both of
Wardlow was
the.
doing the F10 for a little bit. I don't know if you
Yeah, that's
remember
right.
that.
I do remember that, which is cool.
Yeah.
I stick to the Fs.
I'm
They
wondering
sound
how
awesome.
Wardlow and Adam Cole is gonna go.
Who knows? It's kind of like the same thing they did with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. I don't know.
Yeah.
My
Like
thing
once
is like
again,
I've
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like I just feel like Wardlow is past that. Yeah, and like
Hmm.
at this point in his career,
Hmm.
as far as
Hmm.
like being this who this
They
character is in the stable.
they consistently like since that angle started, like even the Adam Cole group now is like the most like I don't care TV right now for me for AEW.
Yeah,
Like
United
everything else
Kingdom.
AEW is doing is like fucking like really cool and shit. And like their stuff, I'm like I don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't really like the group. I don't know. And I
Yeah,
definitely don't want to see them old. Like I don't want to see Roderick Strong beat Orange Cassidy, and I don't want to see Wardlow with the World Championship. Like I just don't think that group
not
should
this
be the
way
group.
either.
Exactly. I don't think that group should be the group that's leading, like be the top guys that's leading AEW into like the next year. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I like them. Don't get me wrong. It's just like I don't know.
I think maybe there's a story with Wardlow and Adam Cole. Hopefully they try to pull the trigger on Wardlow turning on him so it's not like weeks and
Yeah,
weeks
but it's
and
just
weeks
like
of build
that's
up,
like
like let's
so
just go into
fucking
it.
predictable.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I know, and
like.
I feel like Warlord just doesn't like if this was early on in his career, this would make sense for him.
Mhm.
A storyline like this where he needs like
It
to join
makes
a stable to
it
this,
makes
like
Adam
why?
Cole look
Why can't
dumb.
he do this? Why can't he just do this on his own, Wardlow?
Yeah.
As far as like he's a monster, he's Wardlow, like he doesn't
Yeah,
need anyone's
he
help.
didn't need them. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's
And
why it's like
Roderick Strong's gonna win like the Atlantic or what the fuck the international champ in like a sleazeball like tacky heel
yeah,
way. That's gonna fucking
Yeah.
suck.
yeah, with the little kingdom minions.
It's just like and Roderick Strong can fucking wrestle his ass off. Just let him put on a great fucking match and then have a win. Like you don't need like some fucking stupid running shit that happens so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can win with some heel tactics, but
Hmm.
still just win. Yeah, without all that. But they're
Just
probably gonna add
yeah.
that in. it's always going to be like that
I hope they
with the
prove me wrong.
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But I feel like the Undisputed Kingdom is going to be like that a lot, like that
Mhm.
whole NWO, like everyone
Bro, it's
fucks
mad
with
funny.
everyone every
Yeah.
match.
I see Bobby Fish always tweeting about it and be like the glory days, and it's like him and Adam Cole and like and like Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, and it's like I don't know if he's
Yeah,
like petitioning online to try to get back into AEW and like join the stable, but
yeah, he
I
wants to
think
be in
he
the
missed his
Undisputed
fucking
Kingdom.
boat.
Yeah, there's no titles for you to win. You have to win titles if you're
We
in
can win
the
the 24/7.
Undisputed King.
The
Bobby, yeah,
24/7.
we
Yeah,
could
but
give, yeah, that would work. He's gonna have to beat Dana Brooke though.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Nah,
has that in him.
nah, he ain't got that dog in him.
Nah.
Where's the lie?
I mean, folks.
Where the fuck is it?
Um, I mean, we can talk about the Okada news broke today that he will not be re-signing with New Japan.
Yeah, when does that go into effect?
January 31st is his last day.
Damn, so after the Rumble.
Hmm.
Well, that's lame. So that'd be
Yeah, I don't see him signing with WWE, but
yeah, I don't think he will either. But Triple H is interested in because which I could see why he would
he should
be.
be. Yeah, he should
Sure,
be.
everyone is.
Hmm. If
He would
you,
fit well with AEW. I
he
mean,
would
because
fit
he's
well.
worked with them
Yeah,
already.
he. The thing that AEW right now has that WWE doesn't have is that I saw like AEW he can still live in Japan, and like WWE they're gonna want him to move to America and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that could be a factor. I mean, like you said, AEW already has like a pre-existing relationship with him from doing all the Forbidden Door shows and all that shit.
Yeah, Wrestle
And plus,
Dream.
yeah,
Okada loves the Young Bucks, so
yep. He loves
I
the
don't
evil
know.
EVPs.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
AEW is like
uh,
seems like the logical signing, like where he's gonna
does.
sign. But I mean, like I said, it's the wrestling business. He can sign fucking
Well,
anywhere.
imagine if
So
he signed with TNA.
I'd be
That would
cool with that
be
too.
well, yeah. Well, because that's the thing is like, how much do you think TNA? They're not gonna ever become number two over AEW,
Hmm.
but
They don't have the money.
how much do you think Ziggler and kind of their whole rebrand to the previous branding, like it closes the gap a little bit, I would say, between second
Yeah,
and third.
yeah, I
I
guess.
think it just makes I don't know if it closes the gap as much as like it solidifies them more as the three on in the three
Hmm.
spot
I
as far
agree.
as
Yeah.
like against NJPW, because I guess it's between them for the three spot, right? Them and
Hmm.
NJPW,
Oh, I
right? I
might.
guess
Yeah, yeah. It's
who
between
else
them.
would
It's between them, New
right?
Japan and TNA. But I think like I
Yeah.
said, like the thing that TNA doesn't have that like WWE and AEW have is a fucking billionaire backing the company.
Yeah. Well, at least now the streaming deal seems to be pretty decent, at least getting some money from that.
Hmm.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. So it's always
open
going to
their
be
pockets
harder
a little.
for them to sign a guy like Okada because they're not going to have
Yeah.
the money that WWE or AEW is offering them.
Yeah. They just have to be, they just have like, they can offer the same thing AEW does. It's like open deals so that you wrestle
Hmm.
other places and shit like that. And
Yeah.
yeah. But, yeah, I think they're definitely fighting for the three spot with NJPW. NJPW still, I would say,
They're just
probably has a three spot right now.
they're kind of on the downward just because they're losing so many guys. Like they're losing Okada.
Yeah.
They just lost Osprey. They lost. I mean, they lost Kenny. I mean, Kenny was a while ago, but like they lost someone else recently too. I forget, but
Uh, well, do you think Naito is the champ by the end of the year? I think he loses it by the end of the year
yeah, he
too.
probably loses too.
I don't know to
But
who, but
maybe he doesn't. Yeah, because they need to build. New Japan needs to build stars quick. I think like
yeah.
new
Well, I wonder if
stars.
I wonder if Finley gets it eventually.
He has to get over. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because he's got their secondary title right
Hmm.
now. But and he's supposed to fight Ziggs, Nicky Nem,
Hmm.
right? Which
Nikki. Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder how that match is gonna be booked. That's what I was curious about because obviously he doesn't want to like, especially if he's gonna win the title with TNA, he doesn't want to
Hmm.
like lose a match really in NJPW, right? I mean, like
I don't
that's
know. I think Nick Nemeth is a guy who can take a loss and it's fine. Like he's so
yeah,
established. I think it's okay if he
Yeah,
loses.
yeah. I'm just curious
Yeah.
if but like starting the new run, if he like wants to lose that early, or like what kind of
Yeah,
like how that will be booked in general if he is losing. So yeah, I'm curious
I
about
don't know.
that, how that'll go. But I wonder if like Riddle how much he's going to be doing with MLW as far as like if he will do a title run with them, because that'd be cool as fuck.
But yeah, I wonder if companies are hesitant to sign him. And MLW was just like, fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and take a chance on him. I think it's
Because
smart.
I think he has a bad rep right now, and he needs to do some damage control.
Yeah, I well he's doing it's I mean MLW will let him do the indies and do his thing,
Hmm.
so I know he's at least signed some type of amount of appearance thing with them, probably like for now at least, and seeing how that goes. But
Hmm.
yeah, him versus Alex Kane in general, even if he doesn't win the title, there'd be some bangers. I think that would be
Hmm.
it'd draw some people in for sure. Just because MLW is dealing with we're dealing with the whole fallout still of just being on reels, and then the legal stuff at WWE and the network, and then having to be taken off, and then
And
yeah,
losing, they lost Hammerstone.
yeah. So
And I
they've been
think
dealing
they're
with a lot of
losing, I
shit.
think they lost Richard Holiday too, the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
it's yeah, and I feel like and the NWA has kind of been as we're talking about top wrestling companies, is kind of like
NWA is probably above
fights.
MLW.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I feel like they were in the kind of the same level
They
of the
also have a
pyramid,
the one thing like NWA has is they have a real world championship belt. You know what I mean? Like a real recognized belt.
Yeah. I mean, then
So
they're the
what
OGs,
are you looking
and
at,
I
Jason?
Tyrus really tried to make it
I'm
not
not saying,
recognized.
yeah, I'm not saying that yeah, I'm just saying
No, yeah.
historically that
No,
belt,
yeah,
the
definitely.
NWA 10 pounds of gold.
yeah,
They're going in a better direction for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah.
yeah. They're
Well, but so is Mercedes coming to AEW? And if she does, who's she gonna feud with first?
Everyone keeps saying that, but I could still see her going to WWE. Who knows?
Yeah, I won't
Like,
believe anything until it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she'll, I don't know.
it's so crazy
I mean,
too. Like being a free agent wrestler, like it's weird because like it's good sometimes to like have some time to wait and sign places and this and that, but it's so like dependent on like what's going on with storylines and what's kind of going on. If there's an injury, no injury, like things are solidified for the next few
Yeah.
pay-per-views, like
mhm.
Where the
you know what I mean?
spot
And like
is.
sometimes it's like the perfect timing when someone's a free agent just to go into a company because that spot is like open and it's fucking perfect. But so it's kind of it's weird, because sometimes you shouldn't wait too long, or like you are kind of waiting long because you're waiting like to kind of pick your spot of like, all right, here's an opening now where I can kind of come in and be as effective as I want to be, and be as like doing something I want to kind of be doing, rather than just coming in just because like this is what we have for you now. It'll be top of the card and good, but like yeah,
Because it would be a weird time right now for her to come into the company like AEW because they just signed Deanna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
But at the same
yeah,
time, if I'm AEW and I'm signing Mercedes Monet, I'm giving her like the CM Punk treatment. Like I'm giving her Collision. Like that's your show.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like you can come on
100%.
Dynamite too, but every Saturday that is your show, and you know what I mean. So
Yeah, and
I don't know.
she wins the TBS title to start out, and makes that cut try and
Yeah,
pumps
you
that
give her
up,
that. You give her that, I guess.
You could go
and
either
then
way,
her and
honestly.
Tony. Yeah, I feel like we were
Her and
talking about.
Saraya. We talked about this the other day. Her and Saraya
Yeah,
and shit like that. Like that story's already there.
yeah,
Like the Paige injuring Sasha story
yeah,
and just
because
changing.
you're saying All In has to be Tony versus
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie Hayter, because
Mhm.
that's the ultimate pop match for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Doing that in the UK.
You said
Um,
Saraya versus. She's gonna get a match though. Saraya
yeah, she'll
versus
definitely
someone.
get one. Soraya versus Mercedes.
Oh, you could do that, yeah, for the TBS title.
Yeah,
And if you have
gotta.
Mercedes be like ultra heel, because she's gonna get, Saraya's gonna be over in London, so
Yeah. When do you
I
think
don't know.
MJF comes back into the fold? like April, May. So he'll probably get the shoulder surgery.
I
It seemed
guess
like that at the
May.
beginning of December, right?
Yeah, I
He'll
guess
come back
May.
for what do you call it?
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. Yep.
I think Kenny too is on this shelf for a while. I was reading something today that said his whatever was like so like swollen and inflamed that they couldn't do surgery right away, and they still haven't done surgery. And right now
Yeah.
they're seeing if it can heal without surgery, and if it can't, that means if it can't, they have to do the surgery, and he's going to be out for more time now, like an actual like more months, I guess.
Yeah, he has to wait something like the next 6 weeks or something like that just to
Yeah, it
see where
sucks.
he's at then. And yeah, I guess they're just seeing if, like the antibiotics or whatever will be effective on their own.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's
but yeah,
bad.
yeah, it
Sucks,
does
man.
suck. Yeah. Shout out to Kenny. We love you, dog.
Yeah, we'll be thinking of you on the cruise next week.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we will.
Yeah, so I guess looking forward to next week. We'll be on the cruise, live from the cruise.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
doing our panel. Will be next week's episode.
Tiki bar,
Yeah.
pineapples,
Yeah.
Episode
I
8,
don't
the Ocho.
yeah, I don't
Ocho.
know why they haven't put us on like the podcast list yet. But
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I
Jericho
don't
I've
get
been
it
should have
too.
calling
that.
people about that and they just give me the
Yeah.
runaround. They're saying,
Jericho's just so busy. He's
yeah,
like,
they're like, oh
you
no,
know
don't
me
worry
during
about it.
yeah. He's like, you know me during cruise month, dude. It gets fucking crazy,
Classic.
and he's trying to get all his Fozzy outfits together and shit. He's a
I
mess.
tried to
Just
call
classic
him
Jericho.
I called him Monday night and he picked up, but he told me he was watching the Iowa caucuses, so he had to go.
Oh,
Classic.
Yeah,
hung it up on you.
so maybe
Yeah. He
hopefully we
said
have
go.
our time slot.
Yeah, he said go lick Nikki Haley's butt, you jerk.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking worried about it. Yeah, I'll give you
Anyway,
guys a couple of drink vouchers.
I
yeah,
hope so, dude.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to pay for an excursion too, but I guess we'll say.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
What's
don't
where
up?
we're
think,
stopping.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say contractually we're not allowed to leave the boat.
There's no
I
excursions?
think, well, no, I think other people can, but I don't think we can,
Just us
I thought
three.
I thought we were
or else we don't get
ziplining
paid.
in the Bahamas.
Well, when they're in the excursion, we're supposed to clean the bathrooms, I think. So us three.
Yeah, that was a
I
part of
guess
the
that is a
deal.
part of it. Yeah,
Yeah. But they say if
sickos.
Jericho said if we clean his toilet well enough and we put the good J White butt wipes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then we get a free meet and greet with Brad Williams. So
yeah,
Wow, a lot to look forward to next
great.
week. We can't wait, guys. Another episode in the can.
That's right in the garbage can for sure. But we look forward to that, and yeah, next time we'll talk to you guys, we'll be out in the ocean,
The high seas.
cruising the high seas. Yeah, capping on the waves.
Wheezing. All right,
The
play the song.
jizz. Play the fucking song. Invasion
Angle.
angle.